Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting the war against the Grey. Today I've got Ash here and he's brought along his Flesh Eater Courts from our local Slowgrow League, and he's going to be playing against my Stormcast Eternals. Now, I do apologise for some unpainted models. As mentioned, Ash is part of our Slowgrow League, so he's a newer player in the community, and I'm getting ready for a tournament, so I've got everything base coded this time, so that's an improvement on last time's game. But we're slowly getting more and more models painted. So as you watch these games with my Stormcast, you see more and more of the models getting painted. I need to have them done in a month, so we'll be picking up that painting pace real quick. But we're going to play a 2,000 point match play game, and we'll get into showing you those armies right away.
Today's battle report will be playing the Battleplan Blood and Glory from the Age of Sigmar core rulebook. It's going to be Stormcast Eternals versus Flesh Eater Courts. Let's get looking at those armies.
And so here we have my Stormcast Eternals. Once again, sorry for the lack of paint, but we're getting it there for SAGT. You can see nothing is grey this time, so that's an improvement. So our Lord Castellan in the middle there, he's going to be our general, and we're going to be playing the Astral Templars sub-faction this time. We're going to have the command trait Dauntless Hunters, which gives us a free move around the general at the start of the game. This has to be taken because we're playing Astral Templars, and we're also going to have the God Beast plate, which is also on our general, which makes monsters -1 to hit him. Once again, having to be taken because we are Astral Templars. We're then going to have the Lord Veritant, who's going to have the artifact Lantern of the Tempest, which makes shooting attacks reroll 6 to hit around him, and he's going to have the Prayer Divine Light, which also makes any attacks reroll 6s when cast on a particular unit. In our army, it's going to be focused around the Stormkeep Patrol Battalion, which is going to contain 2 units of 30 Liberators, Lord Veritant, and the unit of 12 Gryph-hounds. We've then also got for our third battle line option a unit of 10 Frigid Guards, Swords and Boards. And then for other units, we've got a unit of Canine Shadowstalkers in as allies and 2 units of 3 Aether Wings, along with another Lord Castellan in the army. All those Gryph-hounds out the front are the ones that will be summoned by the Castellans and Veritants when they're deployed. Alright, and then we've got Ash's Blister Skin Flesh Eater Courts. So to start with, we've got a Terrorgeist or Ghoul King on Terrorgeist. It's going to be our general, and we're going to have the command trait Hellish Orator and the artifact Eye of Haish, both of which must be taken due to being Blister Skin. We then got the spell Monstrous Vigor. This allows him to fight as if he's an undamaged monster, and then the mount trait Gruesome Bite to reroll those bites. Battle line, because we're Blister Skin, we're going to have 2 units of 3 Crypt Flayers, a unit of 6 Crypt Flayers, and then we've got a Crypt Flayer Courtier. I can't remember the actual name for it, but they're all going to be inside a Dead Watch battalion, and then we've got 3 Crypt Horrors, 2 Abhorrent Archregents. One of them there with the purple on it is going to have the spell Spectral Host and the artifact the Dermal Road for +1 to cast, Unbind, and Dispel, and the other Archregent is going to have Miasmal Shroud. Both armies are coming in at 1,990 points, and they both have an extra command point in their forces, so no one's going to get a Triumph, and we'll get straight into deploying and come back after everyone is deployed. And here's what deployment looks like. So on this side, we've got the Frigid Guard up here on this objective. We've got the 30 of the Liberators behind them, 3 Aether Wings behind there. We've then got the characters at the front line here getting ready for our pre-game movement stuff. Our Castellan General here. We've got the unit of Gryph-hounds behind, the Veritants over here, the other 30 Liberators. We've then got 3 Aether Wings back, and then the Canine Shadowstalkers over on this flank. Across from them, we've got 2 units of 3. That's the 2 units of 3 on that side? That's the 3. The 6? Yeah. So the unit of 6 Crypt Flayers over there. We've then got the Courtier next to them. We've got the 2 Abhorrent Archregents, the Terrorgeist, and then the 3 Crypt Horrors and the 2 units of Crypt Flayers. And that's it. So Flesh Eater Courts finished deploying first, so they're going to pick who has the first turn. I'm going to get the first turn, and before that, I'm going to go into all my pre-game movement before that. So we'll come back after I've done Stormkeep Patrol. And so here we are, end of Stormkeep Patrol. We've moved all the Liberators around, still controlling that objective, and now we're going to go into the Astral Templars pre-game movement, so anything wholly within 9 inch of the general, so it's just going to be the 2 Castellans and the 3 different Gryph-hounds here are going to get a free 6 inch move. So we'll move all these around and we'll come back after that's done. And that's it, this Castellan's moved up here, all the Gryph-hounds have just spread out, and this Castellan here has just moved ever so slightly forward. Make sure that both Castellans are now in range to give off their Lantern buff. So we're going to go into the first turn of which Stormcast Eternals have been given, so let's go straight into the hero phase. So to start with, we're going to try and cast Divine Light. We'll put it on this unit of Liberators here. And so, let's see, goes off on a 3, doesn't go off. Nothing happens though, because my prayers don't have negative effects. That's going to be it for the hero phase, so we'll go into movement for Stormcast Eternals and come back after all of that's done. So, we're done with movement. What's happened over here? Well, this unit hasn't moved, but the Griffhounds out front have sort of just strung along a little bit more, keeping some Flesh-Eater Courts at bay. We've then moved this Griffhound over out to the flank by running him, just sort of screening out particular areas of the board over here. Aether Wings have just moved in, protecting themselves, along with the K-Knight Shadowstalkers in the centre here. The other Aether Wings, along with 2 Griffhounds, are controlling the objective while the Free Guild Guard move up, screening out the initial frontage of it. This unit of Liberators here have run to give themselves some extra movement to get onto the objective. And so, end of the movement phase, that unit there is going to get the Shields of Civilization rule. This unit isn't, so they're going to be on 3-up rerolling 1s. They're going to be on 2-up rerolling 1s. And that will be the end of our turn, because there's no shooting to do, and we're not charging anything because we're not stupid. So, Flesh-Eater Courts, turn 1. So, start of the Flesh-Eater Courts hero phase, he's going to get 2 command points to start with. 1 because he purchased 1 for the battalion. He's also going to get another command point for the turn. And then on a 4+, he gets 1 due to being 3. No. He would have got 1 from Blister Skin. But that's going to be it for the command point generation. So now we'll go into some hero phase activity. So he's going to try and cast Spectral Host. Let's see what you get up.
No.
5? Does that cast?
That's a 6. No.
6, so you're going to get +1 to do with Spectral Host, has +1 to cast, does he not? Believe. So we're going to try and stop that. So we need a 7 on dice, of which we don't. We get double 1, so that goes through. So run and charge on the Terrorghost.
Yep.
Cool.
Oof.
What spell are you casting, sorry?
A Monstrous Vigor.
Yep. So Monstrous Vigor, he's casting on himself. I'm assuming he's the only monster.
Yep, and it goes off on a 5.
Cool. Nothing I can do about that. I've got no more dispels, so it goes off. So Miasmal Shroud is a spell?
Yep.
Yep.
On them. Whoa,
Cast. And so roll 3 dice. Each 5+, it's a mortal wound.
None.
None. Cool. And that's the end of your hero phase. We'll go into movement. And we'll come back before he does any summoning, if he does any. So, movement up next for the Flesh-Eater Courts. Alright, end of the Flesh-Eater Courts movement. On turn 1, we've had 3 Crypt Flayers move down the flank, and the Crypt Horrors here move down the centre towards the Free Guild Guard. The Terrorgheist has jumped over. He couldn't get into that gap without hitting a 12-inch charge, so he's jumped over here to this unit instead. We've then got 3 Crypt Flayers behind there, getting ready to charge the Griffhounds. We've still got both Crypt... what are they called?
Archregents.
Archregents, abhorrent Archregents, not crypt things. At the back there behind the terrain piece, 6 Crypt Flayers and their courtier over on this flank. That's the end of movement. We're going to... Do you have any summoning that you want to do?
That has to be at the end of my turn, doesn't it?
End of movement phase, so now.
Alright, yep, I'll do it summon then.
So you got 3 command points. How many are you going to spend? Well, you don't have to spend for them, do you?
Yeah, both of these get it for free because they're next to the terrain, and then I'll do 1 with him, which will cost me a command point.
Cool. So you're going to drop down to 2 command points. He's going to summon, and then both of them are going to summon for free. Awesome. We'll come back after he's done all his summoning to show where it's all come on. So, end of all his summoning, you've put your Crypt Horror Courtier and the ghouls here. Now, he's actually got no one on that objective technically at the moment. However, by putting this model here and the ghouls here, you've managed to zone out the objective from my Shadowstalkers, which is what he's attempting to do. And then over on this flank, he's done the same thing, just stretch a nice thin line of ghouls out, zoning out that objective from my Shadowstalkers as well. Just in case I get the double on 2 to 3 and the game can end suddenly. So we're going to go into charges and, oh no, shooting first. Shooting. Yeah, Flesh-Eater Courts have shooting. I always forget that. So we'll do that next. So start of your shooting phase, what are you going to use first? Gonna use that bad boy. Cool. He's got his Pestilential Breath, I believe it's called. So how this rule works is normally you have to roll a dice to equal to or less than the number of models in the unit. Obviously, I've got 30, so you're going to. So which means it automatically hits, so you just need a wound on a 3+.
Free.
Cool. Wounds are Rend -3, I believe.
Yep.
Yep, Rend -3. So my 3-up goes to a 4-up, 5-up. I've got a 6-up save against this. Rerolling 1s though. So my turn to save. I got a 6-up save. No, don't get any rerolls, so then it's going to be D6.
D6.
Yep, go for it. 5. Ouch. I'm not in range of any mystical, so yeah, just going to take 5 damage. Ouch. So you've got your screams there from those crypt flares. You're targeting my Liberators. All of them are in range. Just that one guy at the back there can actually hit this one Grand Hammer at the front there. So I'm currently Bravery 7 +1 due to being in a Stormkeep and around a Liberator unit because I'm wholly within 12 of it. So you're needing to roll a 7 or more on 2 dice. And everything you roll higher than my Bravery, so that's 10. So it's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 mortal wounds. So it's another 2 Liberators down. Then these 3 crypt flares you're going to shoot into my Free Guild Guard, yes?
Yep.
So they're currently +1 Bravery due to being within 12 inch of a Liberator unit, because they count as having the Stormcast Eternals keyword, and or they're a Cities of Sigmar unit in range anyway. And they also get +1 Bravery from their banner. So they're currently 7, so anything higher than a 5 does mortals. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 of them are going to die. So we're going to remove 1, 2, 3. So completely did that wrong. We thought it was by unit. My mistake. So we've got 2 more death screams from them into these Liberators. So the next one, 9. So it's going to be 7, 8, 9, 3. And then nothing. So another 3 mortals, which means we're going to kill another 2 Liberators there. Then over here, we've got another 2 screams. 7. So that's going to be 2 mortals. So it's going to be 2 dead. 2. And then your last one. 10. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to be 5. That's going to wipe the unit off the table. Ouch. So we've then got death screams coming from over here. 4 of them are going to go into the Liberators, yes?
Yep.
And then 2 are going to go into the Griffhounds. So we'll start with the ones into the Liberators. So first one, 8. So that's 2 mortals so far. Second one,
4.
nothing. Nothing. And nothing. Cool, that one was nowhere near as deadly. But then Griffhounds. 6 and up to do mortals.
No.
Nothing on the first one. Second one,
No.
nothing as well. Well, big unit's not as good. So then we've just got the Courtier to go at the back there. What does he need to hit?
4 plus.
4 plus.
No.
Misses. Cool. And that's if you're shooting, so going into charges. All right, charge phase. What are you going to go with first?
Charge with these 3 into hounds.
Yep, so anything but a double 1 sees them make it. 8, so yeah, they're just going straight in with them.
And then the Terrorgeist.
Terrorgeist into the blue guy, into the big unit of Liberators.
Yep.
11.
For sure.
Cool. So 2 charges. Terrorgeist has jumped over here. The crypt flare's there. Got the horrors. Now because the Terrorgeist is already charged and moved, they only need a 9 now, not a 10.
Oh.
12, lovely. We'll move them. So nice big 12-inch charge. Sees them lying straight up against the Liberators. What have we got next?
Charge with him into the Griffhounds.
Yep, so 8. Ooh, he's going to be close. I think he's got it though.
Yep.
Yep, so he's jumping in.
There's a grief in there. I'll charge with this big group first.
Yep, so once again, just not anything but double 1s. 5. So we'll come back with their movement. Just roll for him as well, I guess. And 7. Cool. We'll come back with those charges completed. And that's what it looks like at the end of the charge. Got 4 of the crypt flayers in, and of course the Courtier there. So it's going to be Flesh of the Courts. Well, we'll start with the Terrorgeist because he charged, so he always strikes first when he charges.
Yep.
So let's go. Alright, so start of the hero phase. He's going to use a command point to give them cut off the head, which is going to give them +1 to wound a hero or heroes. So it's going to go on the Liberators here, so they're going to get +1 to wound him. And that will be it for my command point spending. So let's go into the Terrorgeist. So we'll start with the 5 attacks for your Gory Talons and Fangs, needing 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2. These are -1, so these are going to be 4 up re-rolling ones. Save them. And then now the big one. Oh no, Skeletal Claws next. You've got 4 attacks from your Skeletal Claws. Hitting on 4s.
That's nothing.
Nothing, ouch. And then Fanged Maw, these are the ones you want. So these are 3 attacks, looking for 6s though. And you can re-roll if you wish to try and find that 6. No. So that one's going to go through. So that's going to be some mortal wounds. There's going to be 12 mortal wounds. Ouch. And then to wound, you need 3 wounds. Armor save. So this is -2. So I've got a 5-up re-rolling ones. Saved. Thank you, Sigmar. So I'm going to take 12 mortals. So we're going to attack with these Liberators next. They took a beating, so we're going to fight with them before these horrors get into them and come back with their attacks. So, piled in all the Liberators, all the Grand Hammers are going into those crit horrors, so they hit on 4s. It's not bad. And then wound on 3s. That's pretty good. So these are all at -1. So what's your armor save?
5+.
So needing 6s. Everyone is 2 damage. You save 2. So you have a Deathless save for Fleshy Corpse, don't you? And so then you get the Deathless Courtiers roll. So 6s, ignore any points of damage, rolled none. So 10 wounds on them. Ouch. So it's going to put leave your champion left on 2 wounds. So, Liberators are going to get +1 to hit because I'm Astral Templars, getting +1 to hit against monsters. I'm then also going to get +1 to hit thanks to Lalo the Tyrants because he's a model with over 5 wounds. Then, because we did the command ability, we're also going to be +1 to wound. So, meaning that we're going to be 2s to hit, 3s to wound. So, 2s to hit. And of course, there's 1s. And 3s to wound. So, armor save of a Terrorgeist is
4+.
Cool. Saves as normal. He's going to take 1, 2, 3. Cool. And you're going to pick the next fight. Who are we going to pick to fight with next?
I'll go with him since I want to see how punchy you can be.
Awesome. Cool. Going with the Abhorrent Archregent. So, Abhorrent Archregent is going to attack next. How many attacks?
7 attacks, hits on 3s, wounds on 3s.
Awesome.
Of course.
So 2. Any Rens?
-1.
Doesn't matter, it's Gryphounds. What's the damage?
That'll be 1.
Done. So he puts 2 wounds onto a Gryphound. Gryphounds have 3 wounds each. So 1 Gryphound cops 2 wounds. My turn to fight back. Well, at this point, we might as well pick the Gryphounds, I reckon. So, Gryphounds are going to attack. We got 3 into these Crypt Flayers, needing 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. 3.
That's 5 save.
We'll save 2, so they take a wound. And then we've got 3 into those Crypt Flayers over there, the unit 6. So 3s to hit. Miss. And 4s to wound. 3 again. So 5-up saves again.
Yep. Save none.
None that time, so one of them takes 3 wounds from some doggos. Then got 1 into your Courtier. 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. 1 save needed on your Courtier.
Archregent.
Oh no, the Courtier over there.
Oh, the Courtier, yeah.
The actual Courtier.
He's got a 4+.
Saved. And then 1 into your Abhorrent Archregent there.
Yep.
3s to hit. And 4s to wound. Takes 2.
He's got a 4+ as well. Takes both.
Takes both. You didn't have a good day. So it's going to be your turn to pick someone to fight with. Who are you going to go with?
I'll retaliate with the Courtier.
Cool, the Courtier. Awesome. So going to attack with the Courtier next. So how many attacks do you have?
5.
Cool. Wanting 6s, that does a mortal wound. What does he hit on?
Not anything else.
Okay, so you still get to roll for that though, so because it's mortal wound in addition.
That's okay.
Rend.
-1.
Cool, so this is a 3-up re-rolling. Oh no, it's on the Gryphounds, isn't it? So just go straight through. So what's the damage on that?
+2.
Cool, so it's just going to outright kill a Gryphound, and then the 2 wounds I've got here. Whoop. Castellan dies. And so we're going to keep the 2 wounds over there. So we're going to go with the Liberators next. Now, they didn't move in the movement phase, so they're also getting +1 to hit. How many wounds do they have? 4. So we're not getting Lalo the Tyrants. So we're going to be 3s and 3s. These are the 2 Grand Hammers to start with. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. Cool.
5+ save.
So you are going to need 4 Deathless Minion saves. Or whatever it's called. Deathless Courtiers. 6s needed. No, so they're going to outright kill 1. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 other Liberators into them. So they're going to be 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 3. No rend on these. So take another. You're 6 up though. Saved it, so it doesn't lose another one. That's going to be it. So you've just got crit flares and crit flares.
And that horror.
Oh yeah, and the horror. So it doesn't matter what you go with now, because it's just your attacks left. So who's going to go next?
The horror first.
Do the horror, easy. So the crypt horror is attacking. He's got how many attacks?
3 attacks. Hits on 4s, wins on 3s.
Easy. Nothing.
Fail.
Cool. We'll move on to the next thing. Crypt flares then, I guess.
Crit flare.
So crypt flares into the Griffhounds. What do you need to hit?
They will be a 4 and 3 to win.
Yeah, looking for 6s on the hits though, because they're mortal. So that's a mortal in addition. 4s to hit, you said?
Yep.
Well, that's. I love it when the dice just pile up nicely. So it is a mortal. We'll keep that down here, but then they all get to try and wound.
And then 3 to win.
So it's going to be, how much is your damage?
This will be 1 each.
1 each, so it's going to be 5 wounds altogether because no armor saves on Griffhounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wound on the next one. 2 more books dead. Cool, so you've got your last unit, 5 of them alive still, so...
4 and 3.
Yep, wanting those 6s though, so 1, 2, 3. Cool, so we'll just put 3 dice to the side, count up our mortals, 3 mortals. And then roll to wound though.
And that's 3 now.
Yep. So I've got armor saves on these. Rend 1, yes?
Yep.
Yep, so 3 up, re-rolling 1s. So I get to re-roll those 1s. So 1, 2, 3, and then so it's going to be 6 wounds all up. So 3 Liberators are going to fall. So Griffhounds are going to need to take a battle shock test. So 3 plus 3, 6, so they're fine on their base bravery. These Liberators here lost 4, so which means they're going to be on 7, 8, 9, 10. They can't actually fail. These Liberators, however, are going to definitely be spending a command point to ignore battle shock because they lost a lot. So we're going to spend a command point, dropping us down to 1. And that's going to be it, because none of your stuff needs to take battle shock because you're all bravery 10 board wide. And we're going to go into priority. Alright, going in for priority roll. Stormcast using Stormcast dice. Got a 1, ouch. Flesh-eater courts are going to take it, aren't they?
Yep, they are.
Yep, double turn for the flesh-eater courts going into 2. This could be painful. Let's go. So, start of the hero phase. Terragast is going to heal. He gets D3 wounds back. Cool. Heals 1. Cool. At least he's not healed all the wounds I did to him. So 1 wound back on him, and then we'll go into some magic. So Terragast is going to try and cast Monstrous Vigor, yes?
Yep. That goes off on a 5.
Awesome. Awesome. 8. We're going to try and stop that, so we're going to go with a Veritant to try and stop him. So we need a 9 on dice. Don't. Almost. No, so that goes off. Other spells. So, Miasmal Shroud coming out of one of them.
Yep, the far end one.
Yep. So, what does it need to cast?
Needs 5 to... Got it.
I've got no dispel, so it goes off, but you don't roll a double or a triple. Oh, and so now roll 3 dice.
Yep.
This is when you need the double or triple. Nothing. So, it's going to do a mortal wound, though. And then what spell is this one going to cast over here?
Arcane Bolt on the big unit.
Yep. Cool. So really looking for that 10 for the D3. Got the 10, so it's going to be D3 mortals. For 1. So that's going to kill the Liberator there. And now we'll go into shooting. Movement, sorry. Movement first. Yep. So do all your movement and we'll come back after all of that's done. So, into the Flesh Eater Court's movement phase, we have this unit of Crypt Flayers move up. The Crypt Horror Courtier has moved up as well. We've got the Ghouls just now properly surrounding out the objectives on both sides of the board. And your other Archregents moved up as well, getting ready for a charge. Other than that, it's all onto shooting. Right, so these Flayers here are going to shoot. So you need to roll your 2d6 to see 10. So it's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 mortals so far. Go again. Nothing. And nothing. So 4 mortals. We'll take 2 Liberators off here.
I'll scream with these 3 into them.
You're not going to be able to. They're going to have to target the Gryph-hounds because you're in combat.
Yep, alright.
So first one. 8, so that's 6, 7, 8. So 3 so far. Nothing on that one. Nothing. So 3 mortal wounds, so it's going to kill a Gryph-hound. And so pop the wound over here. Yeah. So Terrorgeist, we realised that we completely did the wrong monster. We did the zombie dragon in the first turn, so whoops, apologies. So he's going to roll a dice and add 6 to it. 6, 12. Then it goes minus my bravery on that, so which means we're going to take another 4 mortals. So he's going to shoot. I believe he might actually. Does he have to shoot? He's currently out of range of the Liberators, and he's in range of the. He's actually in combat still with the Gryph-hound, so he has to shoot the Gryph-hound.
Yep.
Hits. No wound. Nothing. And then we've got the 5 remaining Crypt Flayers against the Liberators. So first one.
10.
10. So that's going to. So now I'm not outside of 3. So he rolled a 10. Now, because he's within 3 inch, he's not subtracting 2 from the scream anymore. So which means it's only 2 mortal wounds for that first one. Number 2, nothing. So you need to actually get 9 or more now. 3, nothing. 4, nothing. 5, nothing. So just 2 mortal wounds. It's just going to kill a Liberator. Take this one. And that'll be it for your shooting.
He needs about.
Yep. It's charging with him. Yeah, he's gonna need. He's gonna need a big charge. So go for your dice, and we'll measure it up after. No. 6. No. No.
Archregent up there.
Yeah. Anything for double ones.
Yep.
He's in. So, does he want to go into the Liberators or the Gryph-hounds? Because he's going to be able to get into either with that.
Probably the Gryph-hounds, because I need to move him since he's locked up into them if I pile in with him.
Yep. Cool. So, and then the Flayers over here.
Yep.
2 and 4, so 6. That's probably good for me because that does mean, yeah. You could get the Gryph-hound if you want, or you could get the Liberator.
Definitely go then.
Liberators, cool.
Yep.
Go for it. We'll come back after they're all done. So, who are you going to fight with first?
I'll go to Terrorgeist first.
Terrorgeist going first, cool. So he's fighting as if he's unbracketed, even though he's not actually taken any brackets yet. So go for his first attacks. So first attacks for your Terrorgeist.
Gory Talons and Fangs. It's 5 attacks, 3 and freeze.
Yep. All of them go. So these are going to be -1, yes?
Yep.
Yep, so 4 up rerolling ones. So 1 fail. And run up. So 2 fail. Damage.
1.
So cool. That's going to be a 1 dead Liberator. And then next up.
Skeletal Claws.
Yeah, so Skeletal Claws.
So he's attacking on his top bracket, so that's 6 attacks. 4 attacks, sorry.
4 attacks. Lovely. Needing to hit.
He'll need a 4 and a 3.
Cool.
Freeze.
And -1.
Yep.
Cool. So 4 up rerolling 1s, saved it. And then the big one.
That fanged more.
3 attacks.
3 attacks.
Wanting those 6s.
No.
So he can reroll his gaping more attacks if he wants. So you can reroll everything if you want with this.
I'll roll that.
No.
So 2 go in.
2 go in though, and then you need a wound with them.
And then that's after 3. Oh.
1. Ren 2 though, yes?
Yep.
So this is 5 up rerolling 1s. Saved. Ouch. Okay, that was not a good round from the Terrorgeist. Just so you're wondering what we're doing too, he's gaping more, I can't remember what's it called, the Voracious Maw or whatever it is, the mount trait we've given him allows him to reroll his attacks with the gaping maw. So it just says reroll, so you can even reroll successful. So when you're doing this, you can fish to try and get 6s, which is why we asked him if he wants to reroll everything, because you can just reroll everything, just trying to get as many 6s as possible. Pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to attack with the Griffhounds next. We've got 3 into these horrors here, so 3s to hit. The best of boys they are. And 4s to wounds. That's 3. Armor saves as normal, 5 up, I believe. Save 2. And then a 6 up Deathless Minions, because you've now got the dude in range. No, so take a wound, so one of them is going to pop up to 2 wounds taken.
Yep.
We've then got 4 attacks into that one there, that arch region in the middle. So 3s to hit, all hit, and 4s to wounds. 2.
Right, 4 plus.
And then a 6 plus. No. Takes a wound. And then 1 into the other one. 3s to hit. And 4s to wounds. 2 wounds on him. So armor save of
4 plus.
Yep.
Both win.
And then both get a 6 up roll. You're within range of yourself.
1.
So he takes a wound as well. Now what we're going to get to do with the Griffhounds is because they've fought, they can make a retreat move of 6 inch. So we're going to take all those units out of combat. Something as well, it seems that our recording got lost, that one of our units here should have attacked in the hero phase. It did, but it did nothing. So there's that. That's from the Dead Watch Battalion. And so the Griffhounds, though, have retreated out. He's now out of combat because that is just over 3 inch, and the Griffhounds were stopping him charging because they were just within. So none of those units get to fight now. I'm fine with that. And so your only fights left are either units of Flayers and your Horror. So who are you going to go with next?
Go over there.
Cool. They're going to go next. So there's 5 of them into the Liberators. Alright, so the Crypt Flayers are attacking into the Liberators. What do they need to hit?
4s and 3s.
Cool. So they've got 4 attacks each as well. Wanting 6s though. So that's 1, 2, 3 mortals. So we'll put them to the side. Because they're in addition. Yep. 3s to wounds. So these are armor saves. These -1 on these.
Yes, there is.
So 3 up rerolling 1s. So that's 1 wound. 2 wounds. And 3 wounds, and then 4 wounds with the mortal wound. So 2 Liberators go down. And then I'm going to get to fight back, and we'll go with these Liberators over here. Alrighty, so we're going to get 3 Grand Hammers into the Crypt Horror here. So 4s to hit. And 3s to wounds. All 3 wounds. So -1.
This is a 5 plus.
So 1 save, but they become damage 4, so you've got 4 6-up saves to make. Needing to pass 3 of them. Oh, so close, but he takes 2 damage and he dies. Just. We're then going to have the other Grand Hammer into your Terrorgeist. Now he's getting +1 to hit from Laylo the Tyrant, so he's 3s. And now 3s to wound. So -1 on your Terrorgeist.
And 4 plus.
Failed, so 2 damage, so 6 up, 2 6-ups needed. No, so it takes 2 from the Grand Hammer. Then we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liberators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the Liberators. Lay low the Tyrants, meaning they're hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s with their hammers. Not bad. So these, no brand on these. And just damage 1. 2 fail, 2 pass, and then you've got your 6 ups. So it takes 2 more. And then we got 1 Liberator into your flares. Hitting on 4s though, because don't get lay-low Tyrants against that. And 3s. 1 armor save on the flare. Saves. Easy. Your turn to fight back with something. So I think you've only got, they're 4.
Yeah.
So you've only got them.
These.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
Right, cool. Yep. So I'll do these two.
So you got 3 of them into the Liberators there. 4s to hit.
Yep, 4's hit, 3's wounds.
Yep, so 4s to hit, wanting 6s. So 1, 2, 3. So we'll keep them counting. And yep. And then
3's to wound.
lovely.
Ugh.
And so these are 4-up rerolling ones. So take 2 plus 3, so 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And pop a wound on one of them. So because there's no harm in me going in, because the Griffhound can't get struck back, he's going to attack. 3s. And nothing. So he's then going to make a 6-inch move after attacking and to jump out of combat. And then we'll go with the other he can't pile in. And the Aether Wings, I'm pretty sure they're in. So if they're in, we're just going to attack with them because then they can retreat next turn. So 3 Aether Wings. 3s to hit. Oh wow, that's not bad. But 4s to wound. 3. No rends. Take 3 from the birds. 6 ups though. Yeah, they really take 3. Go Aether Wings. Aether Wings did 3 wounds. That's going to be it. So it's going to be Battle Shock. Using Command Point over here again to make them survive. But however, the Griffhounds lost 1. So they're going to need to take a Battle Shock test. 1 and 5 is 6. So they're fine. It was only a 6 they failed on. These Liberators have lost 4. So 5, 9. So we are currently Bravery 8. And we've still got over 10. So we're fine there as well. And you don't have any Battle Shock to take because you're still Bravery 10 and you haven't lost enough. So it's going to be the end of your turn 2, but it's going to be Stormcast Eternals turn 2 coming up. So Hero Phase, both our Castellans are going to use their lights to shine on their Stormcast, giving them +1 to save. And then the Veritant here, he's going to try and cast Divine Light on this unit of Liberators. And so it doesn't go off again. God dang it. That'll be it for our Hero Phase. We're obviously going to generate a command point, putting us back up to 1. And we'll go into movement. Alright, end of the Stormcast move phase. All these units here have gone retreated or just moved around the objective here. They're all within 6, all outside of 3. Castellan, he's just moving that little bit closer. The Griffhound's here producing a screen in the middle to our table. Aether Wing's filling up some space there. Also ready to jump over if he leaves any gaps at all. Meanwhile, the K-Knight Shadowstalker's back here. Zone out our backboard, making sure nothing Ballista Skin is going to jump here. And the Griffhound here just moves up as well. Making sure that it's either having to drop there, far away, or over there if he tries to use any Ballista Skin movement. That'll be it for our movement. There's no shooting, so let's get into fighting. So, obvious, we're going to go with these Liberators here first, so let's get cracking. So, Liberators have piled in. So, we've got 6 Grand Hammers, so let's start with them. They're going to be 2s to hit, +1 from Lay Low the Tyrants, +1 to hit because you're a monster. So 2s, 1 missed. And 3s to wound. That's not as good. Ouch. Wow, that was terrible. Oh, okay. So 5 at -1. So you save 2, and then they become 6 damage across. So you're going to take 5 wounds from them. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 other Liberators. So these are going to be 2s. And 3s. So 3 4-up saves this time. No range. And then your 6-ups. So he takes another. So how many has he taken in total? 11 now?
Yep.
Ouch. Good job, Liberators. So Terrorgeist is going to go back. So you've got 5 attacks with your claws. And 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. So now, -1, I'm a 3-up rerolling 1s now because I haven't moved this turn. So 1 damage so far. So we'll put a wound on a Liberator. And so now your Skeletal Claws, 4 attacks, 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. -1, so these are 3-up rerolling 1s. Reroll. No, so 3. We're actually on Mystical as well, so we're going to take the 3 Mystical saves that we should have taken already. Save none, so we're going to have 3 damage so far. And Fanged Maw, 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. You can reroll everything if you want. Just rerolling. So it's going to be 6 mortals and 2 hits. And 3s to wound, so these are -2, so these are 4-ups rerolling 1s. Rerolling. No, so it's going to be D6 damage on that one. For 6, so 12, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6 ups from Mystical. Saved 1, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead Liberators. Ouch. Ouchie. This is what it looks like, just 4 Liberators left. Luckily we have that command point, eh? I'm hoping for a double turn, otherwise that Terrorgeist is probably going to eat them. So, onto these Liberators. So, Liberators have piled in. We've got 6 Grand Hammers into those Crypt Flares. So, I haven't moved, so they're hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Not great. Go for it. -1, so 6-up saves. So it's going to be 8 damage, so 6-up Deathless Minions.
1.
So they're going to take 7 points of damage, so it's going to be 2 dead. So you're going to take 1 wound, kill another, and 2 wounds should carry over to another.
So 1 dead because he's already got a wound left.
Yep. And 1 other dies.
If I do that, I'll break cohesion.
Yeah, he already had the wound, so he has to die anyway.
Yep.
I'd probably kill him and then put your wounds, 2 wounds on that, because I've still got the other Liberators to go. 1, 2, 3, 4 other Liberators. So 3s and 3s. So 2 5-up saves. And
just 1 and 6?
Yep. No. Takes the wound. Yeah, because you're going to lose, I think you're going to lose that extra model because there's no way anyone there can pile in to keep cohesion.
Yep.
Because yeah, well, he'll still get to attack, so keep him there for now. Because yeah, him moving over to there only saves your wounded model and kills a full health one. Yep. So you're better off just
keeping the full health.
Yeah. So it's your turn to attack back, and it's pretty much, yeah, it's just your units here that are left to attack back now. Alright, so we've got 3 of the crit flayers in, 4 attacks each, 4 to hit, wanting 6s though, so you got 2.
2 6s.
Cool, I'll keep the mortal wounds down here, then just pick out all your 4 pluses. I missed as well. Okay. And then 3s to wound though. So 3, so these are 3 up rerolling ones. So 1 more plus 2, so I'm going to take 3 damage. So we'll go 1, 2, and put a wound up on that guy up there. So then you've just got your courtier to attack. So last attack of the round, just the courtier. 5 attacks, yeah?
Yep, 5. Not hitting on much at all. And
didn't even do any mortals. He does have the same mortal rule as the generic flayers as well, just for everyone to know. Does wound though. 3 out rerolling ones. Saved. And that's it for combat. So Battle Shock, I'm spending a command point. I'm banking on a double turn on that side of the board, or it could be really bad for the Stormcast here. I'm doing it right here, but there, that Terrorgeist, if I don't get the double now, he's probably wiping my side of the board. Well, maybe not. He's going to have to actually kill them in combat, so we'll see. Priority. Stormcast got a 2. No.
Yeah.
Oh dear. That's not good for me. So yeah, Flesh Eater Courts. You going to give it the turn away?
I don't think so.
Okay. Flesh Eater Courts turn 3 coming up. Also, due to unit coherency broken, he does get removed now, leaving those 2. But other than that, you're pretty sweet. Hero phase as well. Your Dead Watch Battalion, you're going to get 1 unit to attack in the hero phase. So, yep, going to do them. So they're going to attack in the hero phase. Alright, so 8 attacks between them. Yep. 4s to hit, looking for 6s though. 2 6s. So 2 mortals. And 4s to hit.
Did I?
Yeah, you still re-roll them. You still get extra damage from them. So 1 armor save on a 3 up re-rolling ones. Re-roll. Saved. Cool. So it's going to be a dead Liberator. And then we've got the healing, so D3 for 3 wounds back, and then they've both only got 1 wound, so they both heal up their wounds. Yep, so he's going to cast Monstrous Vigor on himself.
That doesn't go off.
Awesome. What about these guys over here? So they've got a spell that gives you extra D3 attacks onto a unit, so he could cast it on them potentially.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Cool.
That's easy enough.
No, he's the purple one?
Yep.
Cool, so he's got a 12. So there is a Gryph-hound within 6, so I'm going to get +3 to Unbind from my Veritant due to Loyal Guardian. Actually, is there? So we're going to try it and roll a 10. It's going to get a +3, so a 10, no. And then your other one is going to cast as well.
I might cast Mystic Shield on himself.
Yep.
No,
doesn't go off. Cool. So they've got extra D3, so roll a D3 to see how many attacks they get. For 2, so they get an extra 2 attacks. Cool. And now that's the end of your hero phase, so go into movement. You're going to use a command point, you said?
Yep.
To fling that unit across the board. So 9 inch away from any of my units. We'll come back with that before we do anything else. And so that's where they've ended up from their movement. Got the horrors over here 9 inch away from both the Gryph-hounds and the Liberators. End of the movement phase, Crypt Horrors have just sort of spread out, getting ready to charge the models that are actually holding the objective. The Courtier in the middle has moved up. We've then had one Abhorrent Archregent decide to move back, just closing up the space in the backfield, stopping these Canute Shadowstalkers being able to do anything. He's then moved across to try and get into the Gryph-hounds, and of course, you remember these guys popped up over here. So we're going to go into shooting first, and we'll come back with all of that. Cool, so all 3 Crypt Flayers are going into the Liberators. First one, nothing. Second one, nothing. Third one,
needed that.
11, so that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 mortals. Ouch. So it's 2 dead Liberators and a wound on the next one. Ouch.
Needed to carry this wound over, sorry.
Terrorgeist rolls 1 dice, 3 adds it to... Now, did he didn't...
No, he didn't get it.
He didn't get it off, so... Alright, so he's taking 6. Do you want to check how many things he adds to his roll for thingy? So he's taken... How many has he taken? 6? So he adds 5, so... He adds 5 when he's taken 6, so 5 8. That equals the Liberator's bravery, so they are fine. That's really good. That means he's at least having to kill them in combat this turn. Next up for shooting, got the 2 over here, going into those Liberators. So first one, nothing. Second one, 10, so that's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 mortals. And completely forgot, we've actually got 5 mystical saves to make over here for the Liberators because we have mystical, so 6s, ignore. We get a Liberator back. 1 Liberator goes back. Crypt Infernal into the Liberators, hits. Doesn't wound. They are in range because they're 9 inch away, so they can go into the Liberators as well.
Yep.
So first one. 9, so it's going to be 2 mortals. Nothing on that. 8, so it's going to be a mortal, so 3 mortals on there. So we're going to remove that model, just so you're going to make that charge a little bit longer now for you, and we'll put a wound on this one. Actually, or are we actually? Give me a sec, I've got to measure something. Cool. There are 3 Liberators in range of that objective. We just had to check, because if he just simply moved up, he could have actually controlled the objective. But the 3 Liberators and the Gryph-hound are in range anyway. So they're not. Because remembering, if he controls all 4 at any point in this, he automatically wins. So that's it for shooting, though. We'll go into charges. So they're going to need a 10 now. Because I've removed the 1 model that was 9, so they need a 10. They get it, 11. Oh, damn, this is not going my way. So 11, let's move them in. So there they are. They actually needed the 11, not the 10, so they got in just.
Roll up to you for the Archregent.
Yeah, Archregent just there. He's in.
10, yeah,
so where does he want to move, actually? He's got free reign of where he wants to go, really. 10, so he'll actually... He could get anyone he wants, really.
Alright, may as well do one of your heroes.
So that's the one giving the +1 to save to them.
Yep, may as well go shoot for him.
Cool. So he's just going to jump right into the castle up there. Next charge, you got...
Do down here, these.
Yep, anything with double 1s.
That's, yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And I'll leave that there, quickly roll for him as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
5. He might make it. Yeah, he's going to just make it. He'll be fine. So we'll do it
down there.
either way. He's fine. So we'll finish off those charges and come back and have a look. So Terrorgeist is going to go first. Well, let's just start off. Roll your Moors first, because if you roll 1 6, I need to roll all the 6s to for 3. Yep, 3. So you can re-roll all your dice.
There's 1. 6.
1. So that's still going to... None of either of them are going to hit, but it's going to be 6. I need to pass 2 of these for the units to survive. I do. So you're going to have to roll the rest of your dice. Then he's got 5 attacks with his Grasping Claws.
Hitting on 4s, was it, yeah?
Yeah.
So now he's hitting on 3s.
I have 1 Liberator left. Saved on that. And then 4 attacks with Skeletal Claws. That is going to be 1 hit. And 1 wound. Failed. So yeah, they are wiped. Well, my turn to attack back. We're going to go with the Liberators over here next. I feel this is the fight I need to do the most, so let's go. So start off, we've got 6 Grand Hammers into those Crypt Horrors there, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Those at -1. So 2 saved, but then they're going to be 8 damage altogether. So 6 ups. Oh!
Oh, that's not
So
bad.
one dies, 1 takes a wound, and then we've got the other 2 Liberators into them. 3 hits. 2 wounds. And then a 6 up. Saved. So he's going to die, and then he's going to take 2 wounds. 8 wounds, sorry.
Yep.
So 1 wound on him. Cool. And then I've got 3 Liberators over here. 3s. And 3s. 1. Failed. No deathless minions. Actually. Yeah, deathless minions because he charged, so... No. So one of them takes a wound. So now on 3. So Flayer's going into the Aether Wounds. Yep, so he's just going to pile in through here. So all into the Aether Wings because he's trying to outnumber me on the objective. So 6s do mortals, so that's 1 dead Aether Wing to begin with. And then 4s to hit. Oh, 3 mortal wounds, so that's a wound on an Aether Wing as well. And they're red 1, so they go through my armor save, so that's the Aether Wing's dead. They're taking the objective. Unless I kill 2, so I need a hit and wound with everything. So the best of the boy, he's going to actually get a +2 attacks because he's in range of the Castellan. So 3s to hit. Oh, come on, boy. 4s. 2, no. 2 armor saves though. Failed 1. You've got your hero there, so 6 up. No. Which means 1's going to die. Yep, so we're going to go with the 3 here to begin with. So 4 attacks each, hitting on 4s, wanting 6s for mortals though. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 mortals. Cool. Put them to the side.
There goes the 2.
Yep.
Now look at 3.
Alright, so these are 3 up rerolling 1s. Oh, so many 2s. Pass both my rerolls though. So 3, 4, 5. So I've already got a wound on this one, so... oh no, yeah, so... I think I'm going to lose this one. 1, 5. The Griffhound needs to do at least a wound for... Oh no, because the Griffhound's still there. Thank you. I haven't lost just yet. The Griffhound needs to hopefully kill some stuff. So then it's just your attacks to continue going. Oh no, I've got this. I got the Castellan. So I'll go with the Castellan next. 3 attacks with the Castellan. 3s to hit. 3s to wound. 1 red 1.
On 4+, I think.
Yep. So failed. So and then 2 6-ups. So he takes a wound. I got him 1. He takes a wound. Your turn to attack. So it doesn't really matter what you go in now. So just go with the course. The
normal one.
Yep. So 4 attacks. 4s to hit. So
3s hit.
so 3 up rerolling 1s. Fine. Cool.
I think he had 5 attacks.
Yeah, 5 attacks. So 1 mortal. And so 3 up rerolling 1s. Nope, so that's 3 more. So we're going to go 1, 2, whoop, and 3. And then it's just your
Called you Archregent.
Archregent, yeah.
I think he was
7.
7.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What was it? 4s and 3s?
Yep. I do have a 3-up save on the custom though. It's fine. Now, completely forgot, you get an extra 2 attacks from all of them, so 6 more attacks. Because you got your spell off. So that's another 2 mortals. And 3 up rerolling ones. So that's another 3, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. This is not good. I haven't got any command points. So we're going to get the Gryph-hound to attack. 2 attacks. 1 hit. No wounds. That's going to be the end of combat. So that's fine over here because obviously single model unit. Big one is here. I've got to count up some battle shock for those Liberators. So I've got no command points. Well, this battle shock could determine the game. I'm losing D6 plus 3 Liberators. I've got no command points left. So D6, 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm still going to control the objective. It's going to go into my turn, so all of them die. So I keep control. But at this point, going into turn 4, I think we can safely call the game. Because I have 2 Liberators left. I don't think there's anything I can do. I'll have a look at the game and we'll see what we think, but I think this is it. So yeah, we worked it out. There's nothing I can do. We rolled to see if I would have got priority. I lost priority again. If I had got priority, it could have been interesting the last turn because I could have done a bit of movement shenanigans around the board, but I didn't, which means he's just going to murderize me. There's nothing I can do to stop any of that happening. So game 2, the Flesh Eater Courts. Good game, man. Alright everyone, hope you enjoyed the game. We sure did. That was a good game, man. You thoroughly kicked my butt. I could not roll a priority roll to save my life.
It was definitely dice. So
yeah, there were like a couple of times it had got priority. It could have been good. There were times when like I whittled that Terrorgeist down. You know, those last few Liberators on that turn where you won priority again. If I had got it and they had fought first, he probably would have been dead. But instead he got to heal and then got back up.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah. It's cool though. Blisterskin is an interesting sort of Flesh Eater Courts. It's not the whole Terrorgeist mash that I'm used to playing, which is fun. But I think the list of mine did okay, considering this is a list that puts out a ton of mortal wounds, which is really the one thing my list doesn't like. I mean, it still took a Terrorgeist like 3 turns, like 6 rounds of combat to get through a unit of Liberators with help. So it's not a bad thing. And this scenario sort of doesn't play into my game plan of being able to sit because you really need to go out and get the objectives. So it was different trying Astral Templars out. I don't know whether I like it better than what I was using previously. What about you with your effect? How do you feel?
Pretty good. I wanted to stay away from the normal Gristlegore and everything other list, so that's why I went Blisterskin, because I like the speed, I like how quick I can get into combat and how good they can stay in combat. But yeah, I like my list a little bit. Needs some tweaking maybe here and there, but so far so good.
No, it was nice. It was a different sort of Flesh Eater Court list than I guess what you might see normally. Blisterskin has been becoming a little bit more popular, but everyone sort of knows the big bad of Gristlegore and double piling in Terrorgeist. But anyway, thank you for watching everyone. We hope you enjoyed the battle report. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.
Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the battle report. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers now. If you'd like to come chat with me more and other members of our fine community, you can do so by coming onto the Sinful Gaming Discord, which you can find a link to in the video description. Also, while you're at it, and on YouTube, why not go check out my featured channel section? There's a bunch of other fantastic Age of Sigmar YouTube content creators on there who you can go like and subscribe to as well and go watch all of their content. Lastly, a special shout out to everyone who supports the channel financially. A special shout out to James, AJC, JC, Christian Weir, Philip Ward, Soren, Kenny Lowell, Alder and Shot First, Cowspawn, and James Crowder. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. It means the world to us. And if you would like to go support the channel like these fine people do, you can do so by following one of the many links down in the description of the video below to either our Patreon, YouTube Live, or Ko-fi. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, everyone, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.